Okay, so it's a bit late, but I had to make this video about Meghan to let Meghan know that I have not forgotten about her. That I'm doing other thing. I'm busy with other stuff happening in the world, but no, Meghan, I'm here for you. But what is this? What is Harry doing with his hand here? Why does he have his hand like stiff like that, like not moving? And Meghan is barely grasping to him, and he is, well, he's just walking. I'm not gonna say that he's leaning away from her just like that. And what is this? No, I don't understand what she's wearing, but much less understand Harry's gesture. And I guess that it's cold. That's why they have their hands in the pockets, I guess. But then I saw Meghan a bit different. Harry, I see you exactly the same as usual. Nothing different. He looked pretty much the same. But Meghan looks different. I'm just going to say that she looks like it's I don't know. It's like 2022 again. I don't know. She looks like I at first I thought that this was an old photo. And then I realized no, this is from their appearance at the Sundance Festival, in which they basically hijacked, became executive producers of this movie about Girl Scout cookies or something like that. And some of you are asking, how come that you can become an executive producer of a movie that has already wrapped up? What are you going to produce? What are you going to do? The movie was already, I think, in post production, if not finished already. Maybe I can explain that, but there's always a great opportunity to insert herself in the, supporting women and girls narrative that has been Meghan's focus for some time. So I think that she is she is like laser focused on the topic. And again, it's interesting that they were hugging the girls of the movie for the first time. I mean, again, how are you executive producer of a movie and you have not met the stars of the movie? I'm gonna just play this video with that sound. See that Meghan was going one by one, meeting them for the first time. It is my understanding. I am not sure about that, but it seems that that was the narrative. And yes, you can absolutely insert yourself as an executive producer if you want to, let's say, add visibility to the production itself. And not gonna lie, for the director of the movie, that must be nice to have a Meghan and her platform attach themselves as Archwell, of course, not as Meghan and Harry, but Archwell as a production company. Archwell wasn't didn't they change Archwell to whatever they were doing right now? I don't know. I'm a bit confused about that. But yes, it would be nice for the director so her movie is actually found out, because it's we are finding out about this. The world is finding out about this thanks to Meghan being attached. I'm not gonna say that she's not famous, but yeah, it's gonna be super famous thanks to this. Only if Meghan doesn't get in the way. And let's talk about that. Meghan as a Girl Scout herself and her mom as her troop leader. What? So I didn't know that Meghan was an actual Girl Scout. It just took me like 5 seconds of search to find this picture. Oh, she was indeed a Girl Scout. How dare I doubt that she was a Girl Scout? And at the same time, opinionated Russian, Meghan having the audacity to pull the poor girl story throughout her life, all to be bragging about her Girl Scout story, is actually appalling. You need some serious money to be a Girl Scout. Monthly subscription, uniform, books, outings, and all the extra additional fees. So, yeah, the usual contradictions of Meghan and her life. According to TASS, just reminding the world, Meghan Markle could have actually been a force for good. She had access to the 1% and could have genuinely been a global voice to help those less fortunate or who do not have a voice. And Meghan Markle now, I like a thin mint. What is this? Let me adjust my sound just in case, and we can watch this. What does she say here?
Oh, speaking of, what's your favorite cookie?
I think universally, Thin Mints is probably most people's favorite.
You can't go wrong.
Well, and as you know, I do love a Thin Mint, but the sleeper hit for me was the lemonades. And if you haven't tried them, I very much recommend them.
Why does Meghan? Wait a second. Wait a second. Pause this. Why does Meghan look like so orange? Why Meghan went full bronzer again? Went full bronzer again. Maybe I can see rests of the bronzer in her dress or whatever she's wearing. But yeah, why is she orange? Why is she orange?
Does he eat Girl Scout cookies?
He does. And he likes, what's he just saying the other day? The trefoils, like the shortbread cookie ones, and he loves Samoas.
All right. So, and then she gave this quick word salad because
I
why
have a
not?
question. You have a young daughter. She's maybe a little bit too young for Scouts at this point. Do you want Lilibet to be part of Girl Scout?
It's interesting. I think we'll continue to explore whatever feels right. But Alyssa's also a mom of a daughter. And I think for both of us working on this project has been incredibly special as parents, as mothers, to be able to see something that our girls will be able to watch and enjoy as well.
Yeah, in fact, the film began with
Yeah, that is not that much of a word salad. I understood everything that Meghan said, and it was not that hard to follow. That is remarkable.
my kids asking me to make a film that they would really want to share with their friends. And then understanding that Girl Scout cookies was a way into looking at girlhood and coming of age in ways that both kids and adults will really relate to. So I'm so excited.
I'm happy for you, but most likely not watching the movie. Nothing personal. I haven't watched any movies in a long time. My husband and I, blah, blah, blah. What was she talking about? Meghan had the opportunity as executive producers to have some words at the Sundance Festival because she's a producer. She's sort of a producer right now.
Thank you guys so much for being here bright and early. I know some of you probably had late nights last night, so extra thanks for the effort. Nothing that a little cookies and coffee can't help. Look, my husband and I and our 12 Productions, we are so proud and privileged to be able to support and uplift Cookie Queens. This film, yes, is probably the cutest at the festival, but I'm also going to go out on a limb and say it is one of the most powerful and meaningful depictions of something that is an American tradition and rooted in nostalgia, but is now put through this lens from the incredible creative vision of Alyssa to show something modernized about the girlhood experience and all the layers and complexity that come with that.
At some point, I thought that she has forgotten the director's name.
So yes, it's
for a
cute,
second.
and yes, these young ladies are fantastic and adorable, but they are also layered, beautiful girls who are about to become very strong leaders and young women. So thank you for supporting that.
Okay, that is nice. So they make their first appearance together at Sundance Film Festival, and one thing that I don't understand. People were talking about they did not sell out their Sundance Film Festival 2026 screening. And thanks to this clip, I saw this clip in Sabira's account. 5-minute mark of this video, the left up top of the balcony is where all the empty seats is because people were saying that this was sold out. I don't know if this festival is actually paid for. You pay for those seats to be there. Or right, but again, it's a very easy to spot. It's a very easy to spot. Let me check that. While you check this, I want to check if how much does it cost? How much? How much does it cost, and how do you get in? Because you can see that there are a lot of empty. There's one guy or a lady, I don't know, running away from Meghan. Attending the Sundance Film Festival can cost anywhere from $35 for a single online screening to over $10,000 for a full access VIP experience. I want the VIP experience to meet Meghan. Hey Meghan, it's me. I know I don't have to present myself. For a typical in-person attendee, a realistic budget for a 4-day trip usually falls between $1,500 and $3,500, depending heavily on lodging. So basically, if you want to attend a single online screening, then basically this could be $35. That's in person or online, a single ticket for a single movie. Now, that is the question: is if these people paid for just to watch one movie or several movies. I don't think that it would make sense to pay for just one movie, but I could be wrong. But again, yeah, it's not like I'm not gonna say that. I want to ask the question: how much in advance did people know that Meghan was going to be there? Because if people didn't know that Meghan was going to be there, it could be interesting, right? At least have the Duchess of Sausages, have the opportunity to see the Duchess of Sausages, 50 Shades of Orange Marmalade, as Mean Machine mentioned. Also, that one was joking about that, as ever, Orange Marmalade, and also Charles voicemail, Great Minds Think Alike, the Pantone Queen. And I don't know, maybe people didn't know, or they did not have. I have no way of knowing. I did find out. I did my homework, and yes, it's like they were attached as executive producers just by the end of 2025. So it was very recent that they found out, and even so, there must have been confirmation that they want to show up at the festival. But again, I would like to know what you think about this gestures and this half-empty theater in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue. Much love and bliss.